Hi, my name is Jacob, and welcome to another episode of Raw and Uncut on the Abrasive Conversations platform. This is episode 61. The previous one I was discussing AfriForum and their visit to the United States. As I got home, I saw this video clip of Zelensky and Trump going at each other. And I was not planning to do an episode today, but when I saw that interaction between Trump, JD Vance and Zelensky, it struck me. It struck me as something that black people has been experienced for years, especially when they engage with white authority, and that is being black. So what Zelensky has experienced is what I call the black experience. The black experience is when you speak to power and you speak from your place of truth, and then they just rightly deny it. You take it or leave it situation. And if you listen to the language of Trump, then you are a small fish in this pond. We don't respect you. You're gonna take what you get, and if you don't want it, then get out of it. So if you've never experienced what it means to be black, and then that specific clip and that interaction between Zelensky, Trump and JD Vance is a very good example of the black experience, especially when they stand up to power. So that's not the only bits that I saw with that interaction between Trump, Zelensky and JD Vance. What also struck me is that the United States of America is an empire in decline. They are more and more isolated from the rest of the world. And what we are seeing is that the way Trump is operating disillusions some of its allies. For example, the United Kingdom is going to contribute to Ukraine and the fight against the Russian invasion. Now this is interesting because that is directly opposed to what Trump is proposing. And the rest of Europe is on the side of Ukraine because this is a big NATO issue for them. So amongst the West, there is no pity for Trump and its politics, or let me not say pity, there is no buy-in to the politics of Trump. They are pitying the United States environment because of Trump's behavior, because it's so completely the other way in terms of the alliance politics. So that's what I saw. And this Trump behavior and the Trump politics and Trumpism is isolating the United States of America more and more within the international environment. The other thing which stood out for me is the responses from Europe and the West when it comes to Ukraine in specific. So Europe came into defense of Zelensky, and the one thing that many of them said, they stand with the people of Ukraine in their fight to resist the occupation or the occupation of Russia, or the aggression of Russia into Ukrainian territories. This for me is a very interesting take from the West, because not a lot of people and a lot of countries in the West has come out with that support towards Palestine. They don't openly say that Palestine has the right to resist an occupation. Palestine has the right to resist any aggressor. And that is exactly what France said, is that Ukraine has the right to resist any level of aggression into its territory. So this is interesting, is that there's only a handful of countries who openly support resistance when it comes to Palestine. But when it comes to the Ukrainian and Russian conflict, then it's very one-sided. It's only in favor of Ukraine. So this is the type of hypocrisy that we see in the West, is that they're only pushing their interests. So the Palestinian interest is not in their favor. If it was in their favor, then they would have stood firmly with the Palestinian people. But they're not doing that. So then the right to resist any foreign occupation is only for those countries who are deemed to be in alliance or aligned to the politics of the West. If you do not align to the politics of the West, then you do not have the right to exist. So then there is no empathy or sympathy or support for you if you resist the occupation of the West into your territory. So it's fine. So if you're an ally with the West, then you can go ahead and you can invade other countries. You have our blessing. But the moment it is one of our allies or one of the people that we support, then you have that right. So this is the hypocrisy in the West. So we see the decline of the United States in the international arena. Soon, you will see the decline of this European bloc, especially the West, in international politics. There is alternatives coming. There is alternatives putting forward. And BRICS is part of that alternative. A new world order that is going to get all of the countries that was colonized and oppressed and were operating on the margins of the world order into a bloc, and you will start seeing a lot of cooperation between these countries. The West is already feeling it, Trump is feeling it, the United States is feeling it, and that is why they are pushing this bullying tactic. And one of the countries that they're trying to bully is South Africa. So my President Cyril Ramaphosa, you saw what happened to Zelensky. I'm asking you, I'm begging you, please do not go to the United States and speak to Trump, because you will be humiliated the same way as Zelensky did. But unlike Zelensky, the West will not come to your defense and in support of you. They will actually participate in your humiliation. So my President Cyril Ramaphosa, please don't go to the United States. We don't need a humiliation of that kind of any African leader, especially if you are black, especially if those people were previously enslaved and colonized by the West. We don't need it. So we can stick it out another 4 years. Trump is going to be around for 4 years. Until then, I would believe it's a time for austerity for South Africans. And this is the time where we as a nation keep our pride and say enough is enough. We stand with you, President Cyril Ramaphosa. South Africa will not be bullied. They can try, but we are not going to be bullied. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for the continued support. I appreciate it. And just some last comment in this episode. I've seen the comments that people have been posting. So there's a lot of people who are extremely racist, and they are racist anonymously. So this is my challenge to you. If you would like me to engage you and respond to you, please put a comment, but don't do it anonymously. If you want to be racist, don't be anonymous. Say it with your chest, say it proudly. I'm a racist, I'm this, this is my views. Because it's only when you strip yourself from anonymity and you can engage with the community that racist views of you will come to a highlight, and it will show that most of the things that you are saying is not true. So don't use social media, the internet, as your platforms or the world in which you operate for your racist views. Like I said it before, racist views and racism is very old-fashioned. It's dying, and those of you that's trying to push this racist narratives and racism, it's not going to be successful. We are past it. So you can give as much racial comments, and in the end, we really don't care. You're just a racist, and that's what will be revealed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.